Hey guys, what's going on? I wanted to do an update to the video series that I was doing for quite a few weeks back, a few months ago, and that was on the LuxAlgo indicator system, which I really like, and I'm still using, but only very occasionally, just because life has really gotten in the way, and I'm really busy to be able to do my day trading strategies that I have been doing for the last year or so with LuxAlgo, and so really all I've had time to do is some really simple premium selling on thetatraders.com. I'll leave a link in the description below, where basically I'm really concentrating on selling options on futures, and it's really passive, like 30 seconds a week or something to make consistent passive profits, and that's mainly using this guy right here, so consistent passive profits, and it is fantastic. So it's a really good service. Lance offers all these other parts to the service, which you can get under the quarterly subscription. It's got a 7-day free trial to it as well, so you can come and check that out if you're looking to basically like not have to be glued to your computer and still make consistent profits without all the ups and downs that come with day trading, even with good indicator systems like LuxAlgo. And definitely come and check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. And most people that have joined have been extremely satisfied with the results again from following these alerts and learning the strategies themselves as well. Anyway, that's what I've been doing, but sometimes I do get notifications from people in my Discord. And one notification I got the other day was on the 27th, there was an update of LuxAlgo. And so I'll leave a link in the description below for you to go and check out my full LuxAlgo review. I've tried to put as many details as possible in this review as possible. But can't always keep up with everything. So a guy mentioned to me in the Discord, he said, hey, LuxAlgo just came out with a new AI signal classifier. And I'm just sitting there going, what is that? So I thought I'd give it a shot. So I had to update my LuxAlgo. And basically, it's a new feature they've added to rate the signals through 1 to 4, where 4 is the strongest and 1 is the weakest. So basically, kind of like a filtering system, right? So you might want to only follow the strongest signals, so 3s and 4s, rather than 1s and 2s. And so I don't really know what role like AI plays in this. So it's called AI signal classifier. They haven't gone into detail anywhere that I can see. Maybe they'll update the manual over time, but at the moment, really it's just kind of like this filter. I thought it was pretty interesting. Thought I'd check it out and show you guys what I found and see what you guys think as well. So at this point, I haven't updated the LuxAlgo review. If you go to this page, though, again, there'll be a link in the description below. If you're not already a member of LuxAlgo, you get the Discord and the whole indicator system for TradingView. You can get 30% off here on this page and use the code STA. I think that's Stock Alerts Reviewed or something. 30 to get 30% off. So you go here and click there. If you want to see my free guide, the strategy that I put together after months of trading SPY profitably, you can get the full guide here as well. So definitely come to this page and check it out. I'll try and keep these updated with these new updates when LuxAlgo adds extra things to their indicator system. You can see some of the reviews I've already done on this channel. I haven't got them very well organized, so you'll have to browse through my channel if you want to see them, all of them. But some of them are on this page here, so hopefully I've embedded a few down here as well. So I was doing pretty well at times with this. When the market gets choppy, you have to be a bit careful with anything, and LuxAlgo is no different to most strategies that start to get chopped up. So you got to be careful when the market. Well, I did a lot of videos here. Yeah, and so I kept a spreadsheet and everything for a while until life got in the way of being able to actually day trade. It's probably a good thing overall, really. Okay, so that's the review. Make sure you check it out. Link in the description below. And here is LuxAlgo with the new and improved system of indicators, which have basically this AI like classifier on them. So you can see the different numbers here. Hopefully they don't appear too small. I'm just going to zoom in. So you can see like right here, we have a short, which is indicating to the downside, but it's weak. It's a 2, right? It's a 2. And then we have an immediate buy. This is the daily chart, so it's actually 2 days later to the upside, which is a 3, which is considered a strong signal. 3 and 4 are strong, 1 and 2 are weak. And so you can see that the 3 works out much better than the 2. So here's the problem though. To me, this is redundant because we're in an uptrend already. That's what the blue smart trail signifies. Going short on a red signal is already unlikely to work. So most people would, go with the trend, wouldn't bother with this down signal because we're in an uptrend anyway, which makes this classification system for this particular case a little bit redundant, really. Let's have a look at a few more and see what we can see here. Again, it happened. We were in an uptrend. We had a 2. It did work, but it was only for a couple of days. Then we had a nice 3 signal. And here's one that's counterintuitive again. So you have a 1, which is supposed to be really weak and not particularly strong at all. It's had some of the nicest up days out of all of these signals, and certainly the steepest incline. Here's a 1. So my initial impression of just looking at some of these charts is, here's a 3 that failed miserably. So 3 failed miserably. This 3 failed miserably. This 2 sort of went up a little bit. It's very varied, and I'm not sure if it helps too much. So here's 3 that did work out really well. Here's a 4, which is really strong conviction, and it really didn't work at all. And that's partly because we're in a downtrend right here. So you can filter using LuxAlgo. You can filter out ones that go against the trend. You start applying all these filters, you could filter out ones that go against the trend, and then just have like high number, trend following ones. But so far I'm not convinced this is game changing at all. I mean, look at this one. Here's a 1 and goes up pretty strongly. Here's a 2 that just failed miserably. 3 that didn't really work because you get in on the bottom of these candles usually when the signal's closing, and sure, you got one little gap down. So this is on the daily. Part of this might be I might have this on the wrong settings. So if you guys have been following this for a while, I haven't been updating my settings. So one thing you can do, you can sometimes improve things. So I have it on short term, the autopilot sensitivity, so it's unlikely to be optimized. So let's do like midterm because it is the daily chart, and see if that improves the signal quality overall. So we have a 2 that worked really well to the upside, a 4 that worked really well to the downside, a 2 that didn't really work, 3 to the downside that just didn't work at all, 3 to the upside that did sort of work. You get the picture. So there's a 2 that works, a 3 really didn't work. So I can't say for sure that this really is improving things at all. I actually still prefer just going with the trend, right? So even then, this one wouldn't have worked very well, but this was the winning trade, right? We just stuck this out for months, from February to July. Pretty good uptrend. Here's a 4, worked pretty well. 2 that worked just as well as the 4, really. I mean, sure, you got a little bit more out of the 4, but it's difficult because you can't get the statistics for like how many percent of the time did 2s work, how many percent of the time did 4s work. So it's kind of, you just have to like eyeball it and say like, there's a 1 that worked really well, there's a 2 that worked really, really, really well, a 3, a 2 that failed miserably. So yeah, it's difficult to say whether this is adding anything new to it whatsoever. But the idea is that, you're supposed to be able to go in and change these numbers here. So you might only want like to display 4s. So you're only looking for the strongest signals. So you can see most of them disappeared. Let's go back here. There's 1 4. So that 1 4 did work. Let's see, I'll try and zoom out here. There we go. Keep going back a little bit. So this number of 4s that fired is very low, but maybe you want that. Maybe you want the highest probability trades. This one worked beautifully to the downside. There's almost no other 4s I can find for months and months. Yeah, so you'd have got 1 signal. So obviously that's way too restrictive if you want to take more than 1 trade every 2 years. I can turn it on to the like the 5-minute cues. So we do need to change the auto sensitivity here to be short term because it's a 5-minute chart. So we have more signals now. So let's see what we have. So I've set it to just 4s. This 4 worked, this didn't. Let's see. This 4 kind of worked. It's been a little bit painful. Take profits down here though. So it did work, it just took a while. I'd like to see a 4 here somewhere. Let's see if that's one. Yeah, so there's a 4 here, but it took a while. But you can see these little crosses. That's take profit on the way down on this slope here. So that 4 did work. So overall, like, this could be a new thing to try. You can see what the percentage win rate is. Nothing's going to win all the time. This 4 did work as well. You can see the blue take profits. So you can see this is actually pretty good, pretty selective. On the 5-minute cues at least. There's not a lot to choose from, but that's okay because that's the whole point, is to try and get that win rate up. Looks like this would have been probably about a break even from the 4 entry here all the way to the first take profit there in the blue. Should be a 4 down here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, so this is the problem, it's missing a lot of stuff. 4 is just too stringent. There we go. So actually this is pretty good. I mean, this thing just keeps going up, take profit all the way up here. This is a 5-minute chart. So you'd be lucky if you get one a day from looking at the bottom scale down here. This was one signal. And then the next day, there's a nice 4 here to the downside. This one would be about break even, so you can see this is the entry and this is the exit. This 4 to the downside takes some profit here and basically hold it all the way down to here. So I'm curious what happens if we add in the 3 now as well. So let's go to see if we'll get more signals. There'll be definitely a lot of more 3s, hopefully. They should pop up, see them popping up in the background. So adding the 3s means that you're starting to sacrifice a bit of AI filtering quality, right? So you're now going to accept 3s as potential trades, but the number of trades has gone up dramatically. So you'd get this one all the way down to here, which is nice. This one, probably about a break even on this one. You can actually, right here is where you'd get out. So it'd actually be, you got to be careful. The blues crosses are for the, I'm not completely sure why the crosses are different colored. I'd always go with the blue is bullish and the orange is bearish. So if you have a 3 signal and it comes down and it comes in and you would take profits here. So be a really small profit. But you can see there's a 3 here that wasn't marked before, a fake out 3. So that would be, yeah, fake out. So it gets a little bit less tidy. There'd be some more fake outs. But yeah, nice little run down here as well. Signals to the downside. This one was a no-go really, just basically break even. Then to the upside you start to get another 3 here, catch that. So yeah, so it's pretty interesting, very customizable, and you can kind of play around with what would work best for you. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, so I thought I'd just start looking at it on this video and go through it and see. It could be useful. It could be, I'd say you'd have very few trades if you just do 4s. But if you put them all in, it'll be pretty hectic on these charts. And I think that's what drives a lot of people crazy though, is there's so many trades with LuxAlgo that it ends up, you have a lot to choose from, but there can be a lower win rate associated with that. So anyway, hopefully if you have LuxAlgo, you go and check this out and give me your feedback, tell me in the comments below, or message me in the Discords or whatever. Let me know what you think about this new AI. Apparently, I think they're probably just using AI as like a marketing point or something. Sounds cool. An AI classifier of the signals on LuxAlgo. Right off the bat, I'm not so sure that it really adds a whole lot, but I'll keep playing with it and let you guys know. So hopefully you find that useful, and I'll talk to you guys soon.